All right, welcome back. 8:46 as summer sets in, school routines are fading, screen time often skyrockets for kids and teenagers, especially if they're not in camp at this time. But all of this extra time leaves many parents unsure of how to set those healthy digital boundaries. So Rashawn Carey-Williams, Boys Town Executive Director, joins us this morning to remind us of what we know, but it's just so hard to put it into play during the summer. Rashawn, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so what are your tips? What do we do to remind them of the boundaries that usually exist?
Yeah, so as parents, we sometimes kind of are utilizing devices to kind of help kids stay busy, particularly during the summer months, because in school there's a routine.
Totally.
Kids have responsibilities, but as those routines kind of go away, extra time kind of creeps in, which leads to increased screen time.
So talk about how you limit it. What's a good way of saying you can only do this for this long?
Yes, so we recommend maybe about an hour or maybe 2 hours a day for screen time. And a good way to do that as parents is to have like designated screen time during the day. So maybe, you know, in between meals or in between different activities, but also screen-free designations within the home, not at the kitchen table, not during dinner.
That's good.
Those types of things.
That's good because it kind of moseys over from the couch to the table and you're like, put it away, it's time to eat.
Right.
Any apps or any activities that you would say, you know what, this kind of changes the conversation about screen time. These programs are actually great for learning.
Well, first thing you have to also realize that the more increased screen time, the more vulnerability they have to the content. So you want to be very cognizant about what kids are looking at and what they're consuming when they're on these apps. And they're actually apps for parents to kind of track the amount of time they're on their devices and also what they're looking at. And then the best way, I think, to really kind of get that conversation starting, just talking to our kids. Talking to them about what they're looking at, how they're using their devices. And then that's the time where you kind of can convey what your concerns are with their screen time as well.
Absolutely. I know one of the things we love to do is kind of change the screen time passcode on them from time to time.
Yes.
I'm sure they're going to hack and outsmart us at some point. But what do the kids tell you in the work that you do? What do they say they get out of screen time? And what do you think is a healthy replacement, or maybe just us changing the way that we see how they interact digitally?
For our age range, it's definitely social media, right? It's Instagram, it's Snapchat, and it's a way for them to connect with their friends, particularly if they're not seeing them at school. However, you know, there's vulnerability when it comes to that as well, because that kind of opens the door to negative peer interactions. And so one way that we want to replace them is help them develop healthy hobbies. Get them out during the summertime, have them involved in extracurriculars and sports, and then also spending more time together as a family, because that's what summer is about anyway, right?
It really is, Make them earn the screen time.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, guys, we're going to have much more information from Boys Town as well online as soon as we post this interview. How can they reach you real quick?
They can go on our websites, www.boystown.org, or they can call us. One thing that I want to convey is that we have a 24/7 helpline, 1-800-448-3000. 24/7, you can reach out to us to get information about needs in the community.
Really, really good stuff. Thanks, Rashawn. All right.